Hey guys, great to see you again. If you are new here, my name is Bill Benoist. I'm a certified professional career coach here in Silicon Valley. And in today's video, I want to share with you 10 networking steps that I would take if I was looking for a new position. Now, the reason why I came up with this video idea is because I'm often asked by individuals exactly what they should be doing when it comes to networking. And I think a lot of them just feel very uncomfortable with the thought of networking. They don't quite understand it. There's a fear behind it. And so I thought, you know what, if I just provide 10 steps, very black and white, individuals will understand what networking is all about. So the first thing that I would do, number one, is I'm going to create a lean-in statement. Now, the reason why I call it a lean-in statement, it's one or two sentences, and if you've got the person's attention, you're going to see a little body movement of them leaning in. And so I like to call it a lean-in statement. Some people might think of it as an elevator pitch, but an elevator pitch is a lot longer. A lean-in statement, again, is very short, one or two sentences, just how you can respond to someone who says, well, what is it that you do? So the first part of the lean-in statement, who you are in the present sense. Well, Charlie, I'm a QA software engineer. Now, the second part of it is I want you to deliver a value-added statement with that. I'm like a bounty hunter that looks for and fixes broken code. You see, I'm actually providing a statement as to what's the value that I'm going to add. You know, if I'm a business analyst, business intelligence analyst, I may say something like, well, I develop and I design and I optimize data so I can help businesses make more confident decisions. I'm a certified professional career coach who primarily works with people in mid to late career. Might even say I help them find jobs that fuel their passion. You see, that's a lot different than an elevator pitch. It's something you can deliver very quickly. It's saying who you are in the present sense, but with a little bit of a value-added statement. You have to have this if you're going out to a networking event and somebody comes up to you and says, yeah, so what is it that you do, Diane? What is it that you do, Charlie? So that's the number one thing. Develop your lead-in statement. The second thing I would do is I'm going to maximize my LinkedIn profile. And what I mean by maximize my LinkedIn profile, the photo, the headline, a compelling about me statement with rich keywords out there. The reason why, because 90% of recruiters are using LinkedIn to look for candidates, often in the hidden job market. So that's number two. And by the way, on a lot of these, especially on LinkedIn, I have an online class in the notes section below where I go through step by step on how to do all of these things. Number three, I would let recruiters know that I'm open to opportunities. This is something that LinkedIn refers to as open candidate, and they've made it super easy now for a person to turn this on. It's usually front and center on the profile right there, right underneath your headline and photo, but above the about statement. You have the opportunity to turn this on, and you can set it for either just recruiters or letting your entire network know. Now, I would not let my entire network know through this avenue here. I think it puts a kind of an ugly looking photo frame around the photo that says open to work. Personally, to me, it just cries out, I'm needy. I wouldn't put that on there. However, I would let my network know that I'm open for work by doing a post. And in this post, I'm going to be very precise as to what it is I'm looking for. And that's going to be not only the position, but also the industries that I'm interested in. See, if you do turn on that feature that LinkedIn has to let all LinkedIn members know, they actually design a post for you. The problem is that post is not really definitive as to what it is you're looking for. It just simply says, you know, hey friends and colleagues, I'm currently looking for new opportunities. Let me know if you know of anything or have any connections. It's like, a lot of people want to help you, but it's like, what is it that you're looking for? So that's why I would not let all LinkedIn members know, turn off the photo frame, but still do a post out there. I think that's really important. So that was kind of number 3 and number 4 put together. Number 5, I would also go to Google and I would start reviewing networking events and seminars in the industry that I'm in. I would just simply do a search, let's say project manager networking events near me, just something like that in Google, and it will come back with a list of networking events. So that's number 5. Number 6, while I'm on the internet, I'm also going to review meetup groups. So these are platforms. They're like social networking type of platforms where you get to come together with other groups. A lot of, like, for example, the meetup groups will have specifically networking groups within them, but there's other groups that you might be interested in that are hobby areas like bike riding or hiking or photography, yoga, dance, and all of these are new places that you're going to be able to meet other people. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start designing a target list of companies. Probably get maybe 50 to 75 companies that I'm really, what I would be interested in working for. Now I'm going to develop that list through either LinkedIn, I'll go using LinkedIn Industries, or I'll use Glassdoor or a combination of both of them, might even use Indeed. But I'm going to start looking at companies out there and I'm going to start doing a little bit of research on those companies. I'm going to start creating, yep, that's the one that I would like to work for. I'd be very interested in it. And it's going to go on my target list of companies. So I may have 50 to 75 companies that I'm looking for. Number 9, I'm then going to create a list of 10 to 15 individuals that I believe could be most influential in my job search. Now, these individuals, they do not need to be in the same domain as what I'm in. If I'm a project manager, they could be a dentist, they could be a school teacher, but they're out there in corporate America working. And they could be influential in my job search. Even some entrepreneurs, I believe, could be instrumental in my job search. You know who it is that could be instrumental and who not, but I'm going to create a list of 10 or 15 people. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start working that list. And I may call one up a week and invite them for coffee, either real coffee or virtual. And I'm just going to connect with them. I'm going to let them know that I am currently looking for a new position, not asking them for a job or anything like this, but I would like to see what they think about the target list of companies that I'm looking at. If they know someone at one of these companies, they're going to let me know, and I'm going to ask them, is it okay if I just drop your name if I reach out to this person that you know on LinkedIn? Number 10, the last one, I would start using LinkedIn groups. When you sign into LinkedIn, we're back to LinkedIn now, but when you sign into LinkedIn and you're looking at your homepage, in the center of that page there are all of your first connections and sponsored ads. First connections are going to be sharing maybe some tips or something, or they're liking, and you see what it is that they're liking, but it's all based upon your connections. But LinkedIn groups, when you join LinkedIn groups, they're going to be over on the left-hand side. And I have a video on this as well, and I'll link this one in the upper right-hand corner. There's over 3 million LinkedIn groups. There is a LinkedIn group for everything from software engineering, project management, to mountain bike riding, and I think everything in between. But I would join some of the LinkedIn groups. And the LinkedIn groups, once you join them, they're going to be over here in the left-hand column, just a little link right there. And when you click on it, your main feed then becomes the LinkedIn groups. And this is where I'm going to start posting and sharing things, because this is going to be your audience. So these are the 10 steps that I would be doing. Now, some of these things like creating or maximizing your LinkedIn profile, you're only going to have to do it once. But then with, let's say, letting your network know that you're open to opportunities and what those opportunities and industries are, I might post that once a month. I'm going to have my coffee meetings. In other words, this is the area that I'm going to be working a lot in every single day, every week, but I'm also going to be spending about 20% of my time watching the job boards. And if I'm applying a position at a specific company based upon a job board, I'm also going to go to LinkedIn before I do so and see if maybe I have any first or second connections at that company, and I'm going to go back and leverage those. So I hope this video was helpful for you, informative. If you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification, as I do upload new career tips and strategies every Tuesday, and I would hate for you to miss anything. Thanks for stopping by, and I look forward to seeing you next week.